All right, guys, welcome in, guys. Real quick, if you were watching the earlier stream, the earlier video, this was the Aptos trade where we're posting right now that we're winning. But I wanted to go in here and quickly do a quick review of like where we're at. So right now, when you're waiting for a trade, everything for this trade from the RSIs, 4 hour, 2 hour, 1 hour is all showing that this could be a long, and that's what we're waiting for. The 15-minute 200 moving average is always strong to break. It's been rejected 3 times, so it makes it tough to break through. Now, I want to keep in mind, guys, while we're waiting for this to become a long, this could easily become a short. Why? If this goes into a red moon, right, and the RSI is still falling, right, we can get some downside here. Now, if this goes all the way to the bottom and this doesn't reset to a red moon, and then the RSI comes up, and then we get a red moon, then it can become a short again. So even though the majority of 80% of this could go long, this could easily become a short in this zone here. This is why we have to pay attention. The reason why I don't think it'll be a short, I'm favoring more of a long here, is because of the positive volume, right? So as long as that stays where it's supposed to be, which is pretty good here, then we're going to be looking on the upside. So make sure you're always in a position to make both trades. Like near, look at 10, 28, 4. This is why I also sold earlier on that little push I took, is just because everything always resets, right? We cannot go long until we have everything set up here. Whew. So let's just remember, we could go short here, guys. We could be building. The longer it takes to go up, the more likely it could go down, right? So this right here is starting to make me feel like I should be getting into a short position here instead of a long, because we could be seeing that actually happening here. And then to kind of see where that is, I can go to the 30-minute and say, okay, well, the 30-minute has a long way to go down. This could be a short. Then I go to the 1 hour. The 1 hour is starting to bend, which means we could be going into a short. So maybe we're looking at this the entire wrong way. Maybe we should be looking at this as a short. So let me look over here. Let me see what we can dig in here. Maybe we should start thinking about getting an additional short in this time frame here, which is what it looks like it's starting to do here. All right, I'm gonna grab a quick short here. And a reason why I'm grabbing a short here, let me go into here and take a look here. So what I'm doing here is I'm noticing that my 1 hour is starting to bend here, right? That means I'm going to play the short position on my 1 hour trend. I'm gonna go to my 30-minute and I'm gonna see here that the 30-minute's already coming down and it lost its volume here. So APT is going into a short here, right? So let me get in here. So what we're going to be looking here is going back to the 15. We're looking for this 15-minute trend to go green, right? To see if that's coming, let's go to the 5-minute, which we already have our red trend, and we're just waiting for that to break below this volume area here, right? And look, notice how like the 5-minute trend has failed to break up here. This is telling us that this is a very weak trend here, and now we are actually getting into a short here, right? 5-minute almost negative volume. So now let's take a look here. Go to the 3 minute. I mean, we break through this moving average, it's going to come down right here. So this is all playing out, starting to reverse here. 1 hour RSI heading down. So right here, the best thing to do is, now this is why, so big dog, you hear, man? Let me show you what we're talking about, big dog. So big dog, this is the best way to get in. So let's say we're looking at a short here, guys. First thing we're gonna do here is we're gonna see everything, the short, we should have been in here. We already got into this first short already. We took profits here. The second short has to recycle. The 3 minute has to come up, come down, and the 5 minute has to do the same thing, right? 5 minutes at the bottom, it's starting to recycle. You know, so this is what you want to pay attention to. So right now, what we have to do is wait for this 3 minute to come up, right? Red moon, red trend, 3 minute has to come up. And once the 3 minute comes up, then we're in a position to start looking for an entry into a short position to come back down. Yeah, APT Aptos, baby. What's up, Boog? All right, so we're looking for a short here, guys, a continuation. It looks like we're getting a little bit of a dead cat bounce here on Aptos. Yeah, there's your bounce right there. Like I said, guys, these coins can go any way. It's these 3 minutes that we're looking at. So big dog, you notice how this is what I was talking about on that 3 minute, right? So you see this 3 minute big dog? That's why it's very important to always like make sure that you're watching your, so this is kind of like, you were asking earlier about the 3 minute or the lower RSIs, et cetera, et cetera. You have to be in a position where you're always like really watching the RSIs, because they have to, you know, they have to move in a certain way, and they have to reset for you to have what you're looking for, right? That's really what we're kind of counting on there. So right now the RSI, in order to get into your short, right, we needed to go all the way up and then come back down. Just like if you're looking to go long, you needed to come all the way down and then go up, right? Because you need that strength, that relative strength index moving in a direction for you that actually works, right? So right now it's doing a little bit of a bounce here, and this could be the end of the bounce, and it could be heading back the other direction, going into the short that we want. But we want the RSI to have a movement up and then reject to get us into a position that we find, you know, as an entry point, right? And I'll show you what it's doing right now. It's starting to show that rejection, but this is why it's so important, right? All right, so here, the pushing up right here, see how it's pushing up, but the price is starting to fail, right? So you see how it's pushing up, the RSI is pushing up, the price is failing right here. See that? That's a good indicator that the short that we're looking to get into is actually, you know, not a bad ideal, and it looks like it's becoming a better ideal. But this right here is where you would want to enter a short and say, okay, this is the push. This is where I want to enter a short at 10.29.5, and this would be the best entry for the shorts if you're looking at it, because it looks like we're losing volume on everything that we're doing. So that right there is the short that we would be looking at right there. Here's the battle. Here's your RSIs right here. Now remember, you cannot make a move until your RSI bends. So let's just wait, guys. So if this RSI goes to the top and we don't get a green moon, then we know we're shorting, right? If this RSI goes to the top and we don't get a green moon, then we're shorting. Doom, 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 doom. But we get a green moon, we're long. So we're in two different trades here. We're starting to get some positive volume here. So what we want to do here is we'd want to use any of these shorts for a better entry on a long, right? So we'd be waiting for shorts to come in to get it entered into a long. Now our RSI hasn't broken down and it looks like we're about to go green here. So this would have been right here. This would have been a nice little bonus entry right here into a long because we have a double bottom. So we could be going long here, man. Long is the play. APT. Need green moon. I got so time frames that we look at. So FOMO, we start at 4 hours, bro. We start at the 4 hours, right? 4 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour, and then the 15. Now see here, see this is what I'm talking about. You see how the RSI is getting to the top, but we're not getting a green moon. So right here, this is where I'm gonna sneak in. I'm gonna take this little short here. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna collect here. I'm gonna do 0. I'm gonna open up a little 25% short. I'm gonna snag this right here. Okay. Because I'm playing high leverage, so I want to take advantage of this little movement here. The RSI is coming up here, guys. The long is the play, right? So remember that. I'm jumping in and out of these long leverages here. So once again, what hours do we look at? Take a look at the 4 hour, right? First the 4 hour. RSI is still moving up. Aptos is still looking good. We have a green moon here. We're good to go. It's bouncing, but we don't have positive volume here. Remember, 4 hour moon. So another trade that we want to focus on and always get into, right, and which is what I should be waiting for, is a simple trade, right? Because I want to trade high leverage with a lot of money. So if you're using a lot of money or whatever you have, green moon on the 4 hour with positive volume is all your money at a 50x, and you ride that shit out and you'll be very happy. Now, second thing that we look at is the 2 hour. Now, the 2 hour needs a green moon with a green trend. We haven't got a green trend yet. We don't have a green trend yet, but we have there it's pushing up, and we don't have green positive volume. So this is why I'm looking at the short here. Notice how the 2 hour is starting to bend here, right? So this is telling me that we're going into a short here, right? Then I go to the 1 hour. Notice how the 1 hour RSI is bending here, and now this RSI is bending, and now this failed to actually get a green moon, right? Because of that, that is why we're looking at shorts. Now, personally, the short is just a slight pullback for the long that I want to get into. But since I'm trading at very high leverage, I'm going to take advantage of this short move down just to get a better entry. But the real trade I want is when the 30-minute comes down and goes up and the 1 hour bounces up. Because I want to get this long as the 4 hour is still moving up, right? That's how you kind of look at it. That's the goal. Is right now the 4 hour looks good. But we're going to be looking at the pullback and seeing where the 4 hour is going to be once all this other stuff happens here, right? And that's kind of where we're at right now. So now take a look at the 15-minute. The 15-minute's starting to bend, which means the pullback might be not as much as we want to get down into here, but it's starting to form a little bit. But we're still positive volume here, so we're not looking too bad. So we trade on what's called the 15-minute time frame, and we use the 15-minute as our trend, right? So the 15-minute trend currently, this is why I say that we're still going long, is the 15-minute trend is still a green moon and still a green trend, which means it's still a long trade, meaning that we're trading long with this trade as the main trade, and that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for this main trade to become the trade that we're looking for. We need this bounce. We need this 15 minutes starting to come together. Now this 15 minute can run up to here, and then finally the 1 hour can bring it all the way back down. So what I'm thinking here is we're probably going to bounce here on the 15 minute, get back up to the 1040 mark, and then slide back down eventually, right? But I want this 15 minute to pull back even further, maybe 1027 again, and reset. But that's what's going to happen as we move forward. So more than likely, Aptos is going to have one more push, and then it's going to become a short position with the 15 minute. Because I think by the time all this happens, the 4 hour will be starting to bend down, the 2 hour will be heading down. I feel like eventually from this level here, 1030, 1035, this is all going to become a short, right? Because this is all starting to get very weak here. And that's really what we're watching. We're just watching the trades, looking for the best opportunities to take advantage of this trade, right? That's really what you're doing. You're just waiting for the best opportunity to take advantage of this trade. And right now it's going sideways at this level, and that's what's happening there. I just think that if we stay sideways and never get that move, eventually we're going to get to the point where every RSI is heading down, and that's where we're going to see that dump. But these are the avenues right here. This is our line. This is our support and resistance lines right here. So right now the 15 minute is the main trade, okay guys? Always trade off the 15 minute trend. So always trade off the 15 minute trend, and currently the 15 minute trend basically says that we are in a long position still. But the longer it takes to form a trade, the greater the odds are for the other direction. And that's what we're looking at right now. So currently right now I'm just sitting on this 15 minute, and I'm just going to, since I know the 15 minute is the one position that's holding us back here, that's the one I'm watching right here. For the other thing I want to see is, because the 5 minutes already said that it's decided to go into a short position, the other thing that I'm looking for is to see if the 5 minute decides to change its positioning, right? Does the 5 minute change its positioning, right? That's another thing that I'm looking for. And so far the 5 minute is still red, so it hasn't changed its position. So the 5 minute and the 15 minute are fighting each other. There's 3 5 minute candles in one 15 minute candle, which means that we can ride out the 5 minute candle 10 minutes before we have to think about what the 15 minutes going to do. But the 15 minute is also on the way down. It's only at the 30 line, so we got some room here that this can have a nice little drop. Probably touch that 1027 mark again that we had, 1025-ish. 1025-ish, and then we'll see where we're at. This might be a this might just become a domino effect and just become a downward trending coin right here, right? But remember, the longer it takes to get the other trades to happen. So if it's not like building momentum, think of it like that. If it's not building momentum in the other time frames over and over, then it's building momentum to be going the other direction, which is what we're waiting on right now. So that's all we're waiting on, is the 15 minute to bend, and then the 5 minute to agree. So here's your 15 minute, has all this room to come down. It can bounce here and go back up, but it doesn't look like it's going to do that. And the 5 minute is already red moon, red trend, and it's almost negative volume. So the 5 minute is starting to get very negative, and look at the RSI starting to bend here. This is getting weaker by the minute. So once again, we're looking for it to touch this 1025 mark. So that's where we're at. So we're just kind of riding this out, guys. Nothing too serious. But we definitely are looking at the shorter side before we go long. We need the 5 minute to agree with the 15 minute. And right now they're both heading down. So this is just resetting for the proper entry into a long. Oh my God. Ugh. Oh, here's some pumps coming in and out of these. Building momentum, boys. Oh, here, where was I? I'm not even paying attention. All right, the 5 minute bounce right here on the RSI, guys, while I was stretching. That's what we wanted. So now that the 5 minute is bouncing there, we need to go to the 15 minute and see if the 15 minute's bouncing as well. This is that side right here. So this is what I'm talking about. See how the 15 minute and the 5 minute are bouncing? This is what I'm talking about. This is where we're looking for. This is showing that it's going back to its green trends, which is what we want it to do. That's what we're looking for right there. So now we can go over here and we start looking to get into a long trade. All right. So once again, Aptos starting to bend, 15 minute bend. We trade with the 15 minute trend and the 5 minutes starting to agree. So this is where we're looking for this green moon here, which would be the one that we're looking to get into on a long here, right? So that's what we need, is the red moon to become a green moon so we can move forward. To see how far that's out, we can take a look at the 3 minute to see when the 3 minute becomes a green moon, which would give us an opportunity to know what's coming. And also the trend is moving up here. So we do look like we're going to be going long here in a little bit. Looks like we're starting to build momentum here. Looks like we're building some momentum, which is nice. Let's get some pullbacks here. All right, so we're going to wait for a pullback. We're going to look to be buying on an entry at 10, 10.3, 10.29. So we want to get in these levels here, guys. Remember, we're waiting for this green moon right here, guys, to build. It looks like we got positive volume here, which is great. We're starting to build. Now we just need our little moon to kick in. Everything looks like it's moving up. This is the 3 minute, just to give us an idea of the 5. If we can get a green moon to flash here, we can start looking for entries. Let's go. Oh, we're getting, all right, boom, green moon. There we go. That's our trade. Sliding over. This is what we want to look for. Whew, look at that bump. Very nice, very nice. All right, now, guys, let's take a look here. That's our jump right there. Let's take a look at the Aptos. Here's our, we have plenty of room here for our RSI, which is great. The 15-minute is moving. Now we're going to slide here. Let this pull back on its first initial move here. We're going to open up. We're going to run this here. I'm going to open up right there. Grab a long as soon as it pulls back. There we go. So as soon as it pulls back, guys, I'm grabbing my position right now. And you can be a little bit safer on here. Never jump in the gun. Let it pull back. Let this 3-minute RSI run down. I'm opening up some positionings here. I'm going to let this pull back. And we're going to take advantage of this next pullback here. All right, here's the first pullback. We're going to enter on this. And I'm going to put... I missed that one. So 35 is the buy. 1035 is a buy right now. So when it pulls back to there, I'll buy a little bit more. And that's where we're going to stay. 1035 is my buy-in. I'm going to look for this to pull back because I do have the RSI pulling back here. See this? 3-minute RSI is already overbought. We need it to pull back. We'll be entering when the 3-minute RSI comes down and re-moves, right? So there you go. 1035 is the entry for me. 1034, 1035 is what I'm looking to enter. And that would be right in this movement here. Hold on. 1035, 1034. This is where we want to enter right there. So set your buys and your entries. I mean, get even greedier. Say 1033. So let's put a 1033. So let's go over here. Latest update. Let's rotate this. We're going to go 1032. Let me go 1032. I'm going to buy 40%. I'm going to open along at 1032. We'll see if it drops there. And let's do a 1033. We'll do 20% there. There we go. All right, so we got some limit buys out there, guys, that'll basically buy up as this dips. Hopefully. All right, there we go. We touched our 1034. All right, now we got our RSI at the top. We need this to bounce. And now let's look for the 5 minutes here, guys. 5-minute green moon, and we got plenty of room here on the RSI. So let's get this pump going. 1037, there we go. 1035. Take a look at the 15. We're moving here. Okay, 15-minute pushing. There we go. And we're going to sell out here. We're going to search for this 1042 mark. 1042 is going to be kind of like what we want to get out of here. Let's go back to our 1 hour. See if this 1 hour is still heading up. 1 hour is still heading up. If we can get a green moon here on this 1 hour, that would be massive. We're gaining momentum here for sure, guys. Still building up. The 2 hour is still heading up. We're still good here. And the 4 hour looks like what? The 4 hour is still heading up. So we're still good on every play here, guys. 15 minute heading up. Green moon. There we go. All right. RSI is to the top there. Here we go. Here we go. Let's take these profits here. All right, so right here, guys, as you can see down here, these are profits. We're up $55 here, 44%. I'm going to stop in my stop loss here, $10.39. 1039. I'm going to confirm. There we go. Confirm. There we go. $54. Quick $54 on that, guys. There we go. Boom. Quick $54 on that process. That's what we wanted to grab out of there. Now we're going to look for this little pullback, which is going to have. So here's your pullback just like there. The RSI. I'm going to re-enter this trade when the 3-minute RSI comes down and comes back up. And the 5-minute RSI still has room to go up, but I want the 15-minute fully running, which it is right here. So on this pullback, I'm going to start setting my buys in these zones here. 1037 would be a good buy. So where it is currently, I'm going to bring it down to 1037 because I want to get a pullback. I'm going to put in a 49% buy at 1037. All right, 50% on there. And then that 1038 mark, I'm going to put a 25% buy there. And we're going to see if we can get these hit at those levels, guys. Let's see if we can pull back to these levels. Now, if I miss the rest of this trade, I'm okay because I've already hit my 50-some dollars. You guys are still in this trade. You're still pumping it up. Good amounts of money in here. All right, let's get this 3-minute pullback. There we go. Come on. We need a 3-minute pullback. Whatever this 3-minute pullback is, we're going to get the rest of our entries on that. All right, now, since the 1 minute's all the way at the top, we're going to go to the 1 minute here. We're going to use this 1 minute RSI. When this 1 minute RSI breaks down, we're going to be using the entry off this 1 minute, man. Since the 3 minutes fully loaded, we're just seeing a little time frame in here. This is where we're going to get our more of our entries if we want to get in. Now here's that little reset we were talking about. We have a red moon, right? Now this is called a moon reset, guys. This is my favorite trade in the world, right? This is when the moon and the trend, right? Moon trend, and then the moon and the trend are the same, but the moon changes and then goes back. So when this becomes a green moon, this will be the trade. Now remember, we got a lot of buy limits at 38, which we didn't quite hit, but we did hit one at 39. So we got a little bit of this trade, man. But as soon as this hits a green moon, that's my favorite trade. We're definitely taking that as soon as this starts to head, or as soon as this red starts to come down and the green goes up. That's going to be a trade that we're going to be looking for. Let's see if we're in here. We got 4 orders here. We got to buy in longs. Where's our prices? Let's say 38, 37, 33. We got no 39s. I'm going to take a 39 here pretty soon. We're going to let this reset here for a minute. So let's see if we can get our 38s. Come on, 38. We need one arrow. We need a dip down. We need an arrow to dip down here. Now, you see here, we're getting our 38, our 3 minutes coming down, our 1 minute starting to come down. This could come down even further now that we have a red moon and a red trend. So I might get a little more greedier here if that 3 minutes still falling. There's plenty of room here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cancel out of these trades, right? I'm going to cancel all those trades that we had because I want a better entry. So now I'm going to get a little more greedy and I'm going to say I want to get in at 1037, right? I'm going to do 25% at 1027. I'm going to get a little more greedier here just to see where this is at. And I'm tracking this trade here. We're either going to break through here, which look at this bounce here. Look at this 3 minute bouncing here. This is getting aggressive. Oh, there we go. We're going to get a bounce here instead. So we're gonna take a little bit of a trade here because this is getting a little bit aggressive. We're going to jump in here. We're going to open a long. Let's see if we can sneak in here on a long. And we're going to hold our positioning on our other side here. If this moon goes green, we're going to jump on a long here. If this goes into a green moon here. Because we have all this positive volume here. That 38 is still where I want to be. That 38 and that 37. So my entry point right now is 1037. So somewhere right there. That's what I really wanted to hit. But right now I got a little bit of money in here just to cover kind of like cost average buy down into this. There we go. This thing is really struggling here. And this is the 1 minute, guys, the 1 minute. The problem is this 3 minute RSI, this has a lot of room to fall here. And that's what's kind of worrying me right here. This should give us our entry into that 1037. So I'm just getting a little more greedy on my entry here. I'm looking for this 1037, right? So this would be like right here. 1037. That's what I want right there. That's the entry I want right there. And you see right here, you see the buyers and the sellers. The sellers are already half up. They're already used half their gas. So from this point down here to here, we had this huge jump right here. You see this jump? But now the sellers are up here. Now if the sellers stayed down here, we'd have a lot more room to go. But the fact that the sellers came up, we need them to make a decision to start selling, right? We need sellers to you know, slow down and buyers to go up, right? But this 3 minute pullback, man, that 1038, 1037 is definitely the trade that we want to get into. Oh, so 1037, guys. Hopefully we can hit it, man. If I don't hit my 1037, it's not that big of a deal. Because I do have a small amount in at 1040, so. Here we go. Here we go. Tap and bounce, boys. Tap and bounce. The question is, do I get even greedier here? So now that I'm starting to see this is coming down to my level, right? You see how this is coming down to my level, 1037? I mean, maybe I get a little more greedier here. Maybe I say, maybe I want, let's go cancel that. Let me say I want a 10, let's go 36.5, 36.5. Let's go 36.5, 25%, right? 21%, 25 at 36.5. So I'm getting even greedier. I want 36, 1036.5. Can you guys, here, I'm gonna move you over here, right here. So right here, I'm starting to move my stop losses in here. I'm starting to buy differently right here. So I'm getting more greedy. I want a better price. So instead of 1037, I want 1036. 1036.5, guys. 1036.5. I'm getting greedier. See how that hit right there? Now I'm getting greedier, guys. I'm getting even greedier. If this doesn't bounce here, we're gonna look for even more, right? So there's 1036. Did it hit the order? It hit the order at 1036, right? That's only 25%. Maybe we get a little more greedier. Let's open this up here. I'm gonna go here 1035. I'm gonna do another 10%. Right, I'm gonna open along at 1035. Let's see if we can get that. 1035. Let's see where we're at here. See how I got greedy there? I was able to get in instead of 1037. I'm at 1036. So I got an even better position on my long, which is probably gonna pay off for us in the long run here. But we're looking to get this rolling here. So now we're looking for 1036. We're looking to buy a little bit cheaper. Let's see if we can get even greedier here. 1036. Remember, guys, get greedy. You know, get even greedier when you see things going down, because you can always, the better your position, the more money you'll make, right? Let's see where we're at here. This is the 3 minute. Is it going to bounce here or not? Can we going to get this 365 in a run? Or are we going into a little short position? This 3 minute is the problem here. Right, I'm gonna move this over here so you can kind of see this as well. You see right here? Oh, there's our 365. We're getting a better position. Now we're in red, right? Remember I was talking about how things were taking so long to develop. It was probably going to end up being a short in the long run. That's what we might be looking at right here. Especially with this 5 minute RSI still at the top here. 15 minute is starting to fail as well. So we got to move into a stop loss position here, because it looks like all the way around we're going to take a little bit of a loss here. We're going to get into a short position more than likely on this, because the RSI's ran its course. That's my fault for not paying attention to those right there. And we're going to do, what are we in? 40. Let's do 46. All right, we'll take that 46, and we got to take that loss right there. Okay, boom. All right, now let's go into this. More than likely, we are going into a short because we had such a hard fall there. I'm going to rotate this into a short position, because we had such a terrible fall there. We've been waiting the entire time for this short or this long. And like I said, the longer it takes, the worse it gets. So right now, once again, now we're back to waiting for this trade to happen. Remember, guys, don't make a trade until you see those moons. Right now, I'm just kind of playing around. But we have no confirmation on any of these levels here. So that first trade, we hit our money, and now we're playing this little zone. But this is 1, 2, 3 rejections. This is where the RSIs are starting to change, right? Like here, the 15-minute RSI is starting to bend. Weakness, that was a last hurrah. 1 hour still bending, the last hurrah. The 2 hour is starting to bend, and now we're starting to look like it's getting into a situation where this is probably going to go the other direction. All right, 1 hour starting to bend. We never got a green. Worst case scenario, you never get it. Where you guys? Can you see this? You guys never get a green moon on your 1 hour, which we didn't before it breaks down. That's a complete short, and that's where we're headed right now. So we were unable to make a green moon. So now we're in a short position here. The 15-minute is breaking down here and here. And now we're looking for the short spots here, guys. All right, so now I'm going to be, so this is where I would be entering a short on this 15-minute red, which looks like it's coming, and you can slide to the 5-minute here. So here's your 5-minute red. It's on its way down. I would be looking at a short when I get this 5-minute trend here. As soon as this 5-minute trend goes, we're red, then we're in on a short. Oh, this is why you just gotta be patient on these. And this is another reason, guys. Like if you're trading along, a lot of times these trades in here, they take a long time to develop, and a lot of times waiting on them to develop is a very long hassle. So go, if you're in the academy, go watch the video on moons and how to set them up, because the moon alerts are a lot better. They're simple. They're 2-hour alerts. They happen and they pump. So let's take a look here. Let's go look at the 4-hour moon. All right. So when this 4-hour moon here turns red on Aptos, right? When this turns red, you can short it all the way down. When the 2-hour moon comes to red, that's another short trade here. A lot easier to deal with versus kind of like trading in and out here at high leverage. And on the red moons, the 4 hours, usually like a 30x, 30 to 40x, and that's all you got. Yeah, confirmation. I mean, you can go to the 3-minute. Go to the 3-minute trend right here. Boom, 3-minute trend. You're good to go. You have a nice little pullback. Just remember this. Whatever one you pick, big dog. So big dog, if you go on the 3-minute trend right here, then you're in early. But if you go to the 5-minute, the reason why we're waiting on the 5 minutes because the 3-minute has to basically bounce out, right? So let's go to here. And that's all we're waiting for is the 3-minute pullback and then the rest of it to fall. So we're going to be in a short here. We're going to run this short because everything is basically weak and the 1 hour has decided to go down. So we are in a short. All right, I'll be back. Oh, I'm going to hold this short position here until that 1 hour RSI bounces. BW, why are you so handsome? Scooby-Doo-Bee. Scooby-Doo-Bee. Oh my. Ugh. Where we at with this, man? Where we at with this, bro? Get that red trend yet? We ain't got that red trend yet. Let's go. Let's get some red trend. Let's get some red trend. 33.2, not bad. Okay, we got some of our money back here. So right now, we need this 15 minute to give us a little trend change, right? Starting to get there. Keep showing strength, man, but it gets weaker as we go forward. It's going to be a slow ride down, but with the 15 minute coming down, we're good. But I'm just focused because the 1 hour is overbought, and you see how it's getting weak here? It didn't make the green moon, so for me, that's just a downside to the entire, you know, side of it. Good push here, man. We made a lot of money on these pushes. But look at these wick on these candles, man. Look at these huge pushes and then nothing behind them. There's no body here at all, right? Which is another sign of like a very weak candle. So, you know, we're just going to keep pushing this down, hopefully, which is great. But as soon I need this green trend to basically let me know that we're continuing with what we're looking for here, right? Which is the weakening of this coin, right? Let's go. 8 along. And we got still fighting this out, man. I just feel like we're going to have this little section here, work our way. Now remember, the 15 minute is our trend. It's still trying to go long here. That's the problem. Until we can get a red moon here, we got problems. So pay attention. VC 2 hour shows red trend for me, bro. 2 hour. Let me take a look at the 2 hour. So you have a 2 hour what? 2 hour red trend? Yeah, let's go to the 2 hour. Yeah, you're talking about right here. Yeah, red trend's fine. You have a 2 hour red trend. That's correct. What is your moon? You got a green moon here, red trend here, right? RSI bending, right? That's where I'm kind of like seeing the weakness here. We're kind of like in a sideways move on Aptos. This is a tough position. Easier trades are probably out there. Green, okay, yeah, you're good. The problem here, guys, like I said, waiting on the 5 minute trend is important because remember, the 15 minute is what we trade with. And right now, the 15 minute, it's still showing that it's an upward type move, right? And that's what we're waiting on right now, guys. So we need a red moon here. Yeah, we waited on the green moon. It never happened. So now we're looking to see if we can get this red moon on the 15. Because right now the 15 is still a long position. Now we're seeing if we can get this to give up here, which is getting weaker by the hour. And it's not gaining any real momentum here. So what we're doing now is we're going to wait for the 15 minute to change. The 200 moving average got hit once, twice, 3 times. And it's basically showing that it can't break this. There's not enough momentum. So then most of the time it's going to reject. It's going to come back down to this level down here and start over. So that's what we're waiting for right there. Yeah, you got to, I mean, let's take a look. So the candles, make sure these are the candles you want to use, right? You can use the Heikin Ashi, which is a little more cleaner. It does show that. But you need to change your, you need to clean up your candles. Like the Heikin Ashi you want to rotate over to the regular candles. And that will get you to where we're at right now. Candles matter. Use the Heikin Ashi candles on the 3 minute and the 1 minute. But this is our channel right here. This is our channel right here. So our price right now is 1029 to 1042 is where it's bouncing. Right? And now we're just waiting. As soon as it breaks 1030 or 1029, it's going on. It's going to hit down. This is the next level here. So these are your levels, these bottom of these little candles. So when you guys are looking for any type of like levels of where it could go to, just look at the last of your little 3 candles in a row. So right here, this could easily fall down to 1017 and then 1017 down to 1009. So it just kind of has to, you know, needs to slinkly down the stairs. Slink down the stairs, baby. But right now, guys, we need the 15-minute red moon. All right, now let's take a look here since we're in here. Let's take a look at like all levels, right? How to take a look and say, well, VC, where is this going to go? Let's take a look at some levels here. To do that, you want to start off with what's called the 4 hour, right? Let's not worry about the moons and any of this stuff right now because that's how you enter trades. Let's get into how to look at where a coin is going to be, etc., right? Levels, right? So let's go here and take a look at some levels on this coin right here. And I use what's called a volume profile. It's very easy to use. It's right here. This is what you see on the side here. This is called the volume profile. What this actually does is give me levels to where everything is so that you can see what it is. Now I'm going to go over here and grab my array. Now this level right here, this is the bottom level of where this coin is, right? Which is $9.95, right? The next support level comes on the next wick of this candle here, which is right here, and that's the next support level, which is 1017. Then we have another candle right here, this wick, 1057. Okay, now that we have these levels kind of bridged out here, these are support levels and resistance levels that we have here, and you want to look at the 4 hour. Very easy to do. And then this would be your next level here. So good to draw out some lines to kind of give you an idea of, you know, where your target should be or what you should be looking at, right? So this is kind of like while you're waiting for this coin to happen, go ahead and learn to draw some lines on the bottom of these candles. You didn't want at least 2 candles touching or the longest candle, right? Long. Here's another one right here that snuck in there. All right, there you go. Now that we have that all set up there, these are kind of like our resistance and support lines, right? Very easy to see everything that you have. Now you want to take some of your support lines. Let's get them on the angles. And that's just going to be a straight draw up. Click here. And I'm just going to go the bottom of the red to these 2 candles there. And that's our support line going this way. And then you can also come from the top side right here, and all you're going to do is get the top little wick right there. And there you go. Those are your support and resistance lines that we currently have. So when you guys say, yo, VC, where could this possibly go? It is right there. Bitcoin started to drop a little. Thank you, FOMO. And this right here is basically going to draw these out for us. And this is how easy it is to basically get to what you can see, right? And as you can see here, if I go to my volume profile, which is right here, the bottom of the volume profile already has this. The bottom of this wick is the beginning of this volume right here. See this right here, the first movement of this big move. This right here is the middle of that move. And then this is the next breakout right here. And then this is the next level here. And then obviously as we continue to move up, they're going to have all these levels right here. Now these sidelines here are just your channels, or they're just trends, right? No matter what it is, these are your trends. Now that we have this set on the 4 hour, we can go take a look at the 1 hour to see where we're at as far as like levels, and you can add a little more if you see a little more. But you always want to start on the highest time frame. So now going here, we can see that on this time frame, these are the levels of support, right? So the next level of support is actually going to be breaking through here. So let me get rid of that. So we could be looking to go down to 1019 here, which would make sense as far as how this goes. This is the top support here, and this is the bottom support. So that's where we're looking for this to go. And then the breakout is going, as this coin starts to move in and out of this channel, once we get to this area here, is where we're going to be looking for some type of move, whether it's down or out. But that's your trend line. That's how easy that is, guys. All right, that's just why we're waiting, man. So we're just going to kick in here. And now let's move this down to the 15-minute or 5 minutes so we can see what we're operating in. And obviously right here, we're up against our trend. And this line right here, 1019, seems to be the profit taker. Hopefully we break through that and come all the way down here to a 1096, which would be great. And that's what you can kind of see here, is you have a little bit different of a trend here as you go down. These are your major trends that are happening. And then on your 15-minute, you can come down here and grab another trend and kind of give you an idea of where everything is set up here. And that is just taking this coin here. There we go. As you can see right here, all you're going to do is go on the bottom of these three candles. They're all touching right here. Let me extend this out a little more so you guys can actually see what we have here. See, 1, 2, 3 candles coming across. And as you can see here, I'm going to turn this one into a red line. As you can see right there, maybe make it a little bit orange so you guys can see. A little bit thicker right there. As you can see right here, this trend is what we just broke here. All right, so that's where we're looking. Also, we're getting into our short pattern here. It has to refine its way back up into this little channels here. So we have these two channels here that we're sitting on. But the main channel is 995. So while we're waiting on that, guys, patiently waiting, we're just waiting for this to become a red moon, right? And that'll basically solidify that this is going to continue down. So trend lines are nice to have to kind of give you ideas of what we're trading on. That'll give you a little something in there. And I'm going to do a tutorial on these a little bit deeper for you guys so you can have like targets and stuff so you can at least know where you're trading. I don't use them because I'm just here to make 30 to 50% profit and leave, right? So when I'm trading live, I'm just testing a bunch of little things. I jump a gun a lot just because I want to see if it'll actually work. And literally 99% of the time, if I just follow my system and the indicators properly, I win trades. So As much as I fight it, as much as I try to outsmart the indicators aren't outsmarted. So if you do that, if you're in the academy and you do that shit as well, I understand. But the reason why I have the system, and the reason why the system is actually built and the key trades are written out the way they are, is because I've jumped the gun like you 1,000 times, and 80% of the times I fail. But writing the indicators and actually doing the indicators correctly, they just win, right? And if I gotta wait to get into a particular trade at a certain time, that's what it is. So think of it like, so two lines of green and the orange, right? So the green, are you talking about on this right here? Or the RSI? If the RSI is green and orange, the green is basically your positive, right? So think of it like, you know, the money that's being paid out, and the orange is like the people that are paying it, right? So that's the kind of way to look at it. So that the just follow the green line. The green line is the important one. Yeah, I'm glad you're learning, man. Take your listen. The rule is don't get into trade. Listen, the biggest thing you guys can learn, man, is not to trade until you learn. Like, don't be in a hurry to lose money. Like, wait until you learn the system, right? There's 100 systems out there. Wait until you learn a system that works, and just follow the damn system, right? That way you're not losing money. But it just takes patience, guys. It just takes a little bit of patience. All right, now what? Now we're just sitting there. We got one trade here. Let me see. I haven't really looked at any other trades. Let's take a look at, I don't know, Matt. I haven't got any alerts, so there's been no alerts for anything that I've got alerts set to actually let me know what's going on. And so far we haven't had any moons. Now look at Matic. Matic's about to get a moon. We're about to get alert for Matic. What is this, on the 15 minute? Oh, that's a 15 minute. So 2 hour. All right, so no alert. We're about to get an alert on Matic here. Look at this. See this 2 hour Matic alert we're about to get? 4 hour. Look at that 4 hour moon right there. 4 hour moon. Look at Matic explode on that 4 hour moon. 4 hour moon. Boom. Look at that explosion, man. If you guys had these indicators, right? If you're paying attention. These are the trades I do with my big accounts. They're very simple. Green moon on the 4 hour, right? See the 4 hour? Green moon. Enter right here on this candle. How much is that? I mean, guys, these are the positions that I take on my regular account, and I only trade with the 4 hour moons, right? Look at that. 6% trades, guys. Why would you waste your time with anything else? Just wait for the 4 hours, guys. Just do the 4 hour moons. Make money on the 4 hour moons. 6%. Do. But, you know, everybody likes to trade and actually get into action. So we do a little, you know, we take a look here and we see what we can see on all these other trades. And that's really what we're doing here. Just taking a peek into the bonus land. A 15-minute needs to go red. We haven't got the 15-minute yet, so we're slowly working our way down. Exactly, Zora. Just, you know, spend $5, do a little bit of trades, because you got to remember when you know, the key is when you turn $5 into, like, you know, 5 into 10 twice, you got $20, and then you got 20 bucks. You take 20 to 100 twice, right? That gives you 200 bucks, right? Now you can fuck up $100 and still have $100 to get up to 1,000, right? Learn the system here. You know, learn how to trade before you start trading. That's the key. Now this Aptos, man, Aptos is staying strong as hell here, man. If it doesn't break here, if it doesn't get this stupid little red moon like we're waiting for, this is why you can't go short until you get the trend. This is why I'm talking about always just waiting on the trends, because we don't know what the sedative is, who's buying it, whatever. We're just waiting here, right, patiently. And you can get all types of moves here. Personally, I just like trading on the big moons because they're easy to trade. In and out, one trade, 50%, 5% move times 80 is what? 400%. You make 4 times my money on one trade. It's the only trades I really like to do. Now I come in here and I trade live because I want you guys to, you know, I'm trading, you know, based on how you guys trade, so we can make sure the system works for everybody. And it does. Oh, we got a red trend finally on the 5-minute. Finally a red trend on the 5-minute. Look at that. Took forever. What indicators are we using, guys? These indicators are very simple. On the right side, you have your volume profile indicators, man. What's that say, man? Please, when is your MACD setting? D-Ink! Dan Ink. What up, bro? Dan Ink. Indicator says MACD settings. Guys, you got to go in the academy to get your settings, guys. So all these indicators are in the academy, guys. When you join the academy, you get access. This is just an RSI, Relative Strength Index. This is a volume profile. This is a MACD, but you guys need the settings for crypto so you guys can be all set. Alright, 5-minute finally went red, guys, and now we're just waiting on the 15. And as long as the 5-minute stays red, even though it bounces on the RSI, we need negative volume, guys. Negative volume. Alright, I'm going to go. This trade's probably going to take a while, but that's what I'm waiting for. Negative volume here. Green moon, green trend, negative volume, and we're going to short, right? We got to trade with the 15-minute. We got to let the 15-minute become a short. Until then, we can't get in, right? So it's almost there. It's 30 minutes, maybe an hour away from becoming a short, right? I'm just gonna price mark this right there. All right. 5-minute RSI bottom. We need it to come all the way back up, guys. Remember, the RSI has to come up, then reject, and then you're probably going to see a 15-minute trend. right? So I would say this is probably going to come up, then reject. That would be our entry, like off that zone right there. All right, guys, let me get out of here. Let me go get something to eat, man. I'm going to enjoy my weekend. I'll be back on in a couple hours, guys. Go have some barbecue, play with the dog, get some sunlight, guys. Go shopping. All right, guys. Once again, we're just waiting for this to run through, man. You just have to wait until those RSIs hit, man, or the 15-minute trend. Don't trade against the 15-minute, okay? Wait for it to activate and then go into your shorts. Trade off the 15-minute, okay? That's how we trade. 1, 4, 2. The easiest ones are the moons, guys. All right, man. I'll be back, guys.